Hey guys, welcome back to the EA Sports FC 25 Chesterfield career mode, and I am back from my 15 days vacation in Hong Kong, and I'm so happy to be back. It's been a while. It's been more than, or maybe around 2 weeks since a last upload has been uploaded. So we gotta bang this out. We gotta bang this series out. The new game's coming out by the end of September. So what I'm trying to do is that hopefully we are going to be able to finish the career mode, the Chesterfield career mode, before the start of FC 26. And as you all know, I'm a huge Arsenal fan, which means Arsenal career mode will pretty much be the first series of the new game, and I'm very excited for that one. Apparently, from what I heard, from what I've seen so far, for what they have, changed or what they have altered for FC 26. Very excited about that. Apparently, they added a few more plenty of features, which I can't really come up with at the top of my mind at the moment. But all I can say is that for the new game, I'm excited because there are genuine changes to the game, and like I said, I don't really have the exact changes in my head right now. But once the new game comes out, we are going to explore together, and to kind of test out the new career mode and whether, and then of course I will give my verdict whether if it's a good change or not. So yeah, back in the gameplay. First game we drew with Aston Villa 1-1. And you know what? Let's not talk about the gameplay, but in terms of, let's just talk about my trip for a second. So I was in Hong Kong for about 15 days. I was there to celebrate my dad's birthday. It was kind of a last minute trip. My passport was in the middle of renewal, and I didn't quite get my passport until the last few days before I flew out. Went there, celebrated my dad's birthday, but pretty much what I did for the entire trip is to eat. I mean, if you go there, if you ever been to Hong Kong or thinking about going to Hong Kong, you're pretty much there to eat. We have a lot of good food there. Even like the food are cheap. Are definitely cheaper than Vancouver, where I'm living right now. And everything's just cheap in general, to be honest. Like, there's no tax, there's no tips whatsoever. It saves you at least 5 to 10 bucks at least. If you are trying to go for shopping or go to restaurants, it's so much cheaper there, and that's why I love about Hong Kong. But too bad I no longer live there permanently. The last time I was there, no, not the last time I was there. The last time I actually lived there was before I went to school in UBC in Vancouver. And every time I go there, it feels like there's a huge nostalgic vibe when I go there. It feels like I was there, pretty much entire life. But once you're away for a long time, keep coming back as a tourist, to kind of like quote unquote go home for a couple of weeks. You feel like you're completely new to the country. I did mention this before when I was away in Hong Kong 2 years ago. I haven't been back since the pandemic. And when I went back, I felt like I was a tourist. I felt like everything has changed, but according to my mom, my dad, my relatives, my family, and even my friends, they all said, nothing has actually changed, but it's just the fact that I was away for a long time, and just being away for a second, it's just really, really different, I would say. So yeah, I have a blast. Bought a lot of stuff, especially clothing. So much cheaper. Yes, I am a Uniqlo fan, which means I bought a lot of stuff from Uniqlo. But I can honestly tell you, it's so much cheaper to buy any of the Uniqlo item in Hong Kong than in Vancouver. That's pretty much the what I did. And by the way, I play a lot of mahjong. Mahjong is kind of my thing. I know mahjong is more of a old people kind of cultural Chinese or Cantonese thing. But I played plenty of mahjong when I got back, but I can tell you I did not win at all. I think I lose every single time I played, which is totally fine. It's all funs and games in the end. And right now, I got back a few days ago. Still needed time to adjust the jet lag because Hong Kong is 15 hours ahead of Vancouver. So currently, as I'm recording this, is about what 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So it's 5 in the morning for Hong Kong. I think I'm feeling better right now. Definitely way better than the first couple of days. where I just completely collapse on in bed just to make sure I want to, uh just just to make myself feel better, I would say. I mean, I could have definitely put out this video out very soon, but again, I gotta take care of my health, man. I just gotta do that. Well, let's go back to the gameplay. Pretty much sums up the concluded my trip in Hong Kong. All I said was it's cheap, food is good, vibe is good as well. There's a lot of people, by the way, a lot of people, a lot of tourists. It makes it even different in terms of like Hong Kong tourism. There's a lot of people coming in and out. Compared to in Vancouver, you don't see a single soul at night, but in Hong Kong, by like 10, 11 p.m., there's still a lot of people walking around shopping. I mean, the environment, the vibe is so much better. The nightlife in Hong Kong is so much better than Vancouver. I gotta say it. Will I go back in the future? Absolutely, I will. Anytime soon? Probably not. I'm starting my new job very soon in a couple of weeks. So I don't think I earned the right to go back unless I start, making a little bit more money to go back. But yeah, that's pretty much my trip. So right now, going back to the gameplay, we're in the middle of the season right now, right? November, December time, and we all know it's going to be very hectic with the squad that we have. First year in the Premier League, we're not doing too bad, to be honest. We win some games, we lose some, which is very normal, but I think based on how we're playing, there's no threat in terms of getting relegated because we constantly able to put out some pretty good results. We got some really decent squad depth as well. I mean, the majority of the players that we have here is 76, 77 plus. I think based on that, you know, rating of the teams, I think we're good enough. I mean, we have a very good goalkeeper. We have Bart. Standing between the stakes. We got Magnuson. I think from now on I would just call him Max. I think it's easier for him to call him like that. But when you but for today's gameplay, today's episode, I actually added a few more clips of Bart's making good saves, and then right now, right here. Despite taking 1-0 lead, that's a very good save in the first place by Bart. And later on, we hit them on the counter attack against Chelsea, and Force has made it 2-0. Game is seemingly over, and in the previous game, we lost to Man City 2-1. Not a bad result, to be honest. 2-1. I mean, you don't expect to win against Man City, but we did. But right there, Max scored the first goal, Forster scored the second goal, and we beat Chelsea 2-0. And right now, going to the next game here. A day before Christmas Eve, we got West Ham at home. And 4 minutes in, here comes Moreira, drills that one, good save by Onana, and it's cleared away, but not too far. Max wins that header, and we won the ball back. Here's Moreira to Kendall, and that's another good save by Onana. And guess what? It's clear again. We just seemingly are not quite lethal enough in front of goal at times. But later on, 28 minutes in, here's Moreira and Kendall. I know he's left-footed, but he gotta hit that target no matter what. And 31 minutes in, here comes a counter attack for West Ham. Here comes Jared Bowman on the right side. And by the way, let's talk about West Ham in general this year. They have been horrible. Horrible. Losing to Sunderland in first game of the Premier League season 3-0 and proceeded to lose against Chelsea 5-1. I think based on those two results, they could be in the threat of getting relegated, but certainly in this gameplay, they're not. They look like a very decent team. And that number 9 over there, Correa, what happened to him? He used to be very high rated with high potential, but right now he seemingly fell off a little bit. But 2-0 already. And West Ham are seemingly going to win this game here, but later on, there is an incident here on the pitch there. That is certainly going to be a red card by Marcos Llorente. Second yellow for him, but it's a very bad challenge. But thank God Tygo Land did not get injured from that one, because that's the last thing I want to happen. But here comes Cameron Archer holding the ball up very nicely. Here comes Tygo Land, and he has made it 2-0. 2-1 actually. We got one back, but he's a very, very good player. Very short, very small, sometimes quite weak on the ball, but in terms of goal scoring ability, you can't deny he is very good at that. Chris Archer sets it off to Land, and we have scored a last minute goal against West Ham. We're just settling pretty well here in the Premier League, to be honest. We win some, we lose some, we draw some, which is totally fine. I mean, we're not expecting too much in the first year, as long as we don't get relegated back to Championship. But based on what you're seeing here, we are. That's a very good comeback there. I gotta say it. Of course, we took advantage of that red card by Lorente. but that also shows we are, we're fierce, we're resilient in terms of what we want to achieve in the Premier League. And here comes Arsenal for the final game of today's episode. Declan Rice, despite not taking the corner, scored from a corner. You don't say that very often with Declan Rice. He is Arsenal primary set pieces taker at the moment, or in this game at least. But here comes Martin down on the right side, and he is looking for a little bit of support, but he drills that one to top left corner. If it was David Raya, I'm sure that goal would have been saved. It's a very good strike, but you got to question the goalkeeper's ability. And 47 minutes in, here comes Arsenal again. Thuram finding Martinelli. Good turn, great pass to Thuram, and he smashed that one in 3 minutes after halftime. And the game has turned to Arsenal 2-1, and that is it for that game. 2-1 loss, but in terms of everything in general, 8 wins, 5 draws, and 6 losses. When you ask me, is that a good top half of the season? I would say that's a very good top half of the season for a club like us, for Chesterfield. And we got 19 more games to go in this season, and I'm very, very confident that we're going to finish at the top half of the league table. So that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.